Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you. Not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Then lock your door. 5, 6, gonna crucifix.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome, everybody, to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here.
And Scotty Bonin with you, folks.
We are the Blood Brothers. And
Rob.
the Rob.
Baby, we're back. We are back.
Doing Psycho 2.
Psycho 2, 1983. Look at this.
The Rob should be happy because his men's club won the tournament.
That's right. Alabama.
Yes, that's right. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
It was a phenomenal game. If you're a Georgia fan, sucks to be you.
I must say, I did watch the last 5 minutes of the
They
closing.
thought they had it all wrapped up.
Oh, yeah. 20-7 at one point, and then just Alabama came back.
I just glanced at the TV the next morning while at the gym and saw them celebrating and went, oh, they must have won. Rob must be happy.
Yes.
Yeah. How late
Yes,
did you
they
stay
did.
at your parents' house that night?
I didn't get home till 2 o'clock in the morning.
2? What the hell were you doing till 2?
Well, because we won, so you watched the post game and the celebration and everything.
Yeah,
and then I came home, and I watched ESPN going over the game that I just watched for an hour and a half.
What the fuck?
Went to bed like at 4, woke up at 6.
I was messaging you like at midnight or yeah. It was
So
like
you just
midnight
see
your
the
time.
same exact shit over and over again for like 3 hours straight.
When it's your sporting club that wins, that is what you do, sir. And for everybody listening right now, I'm going to throw it out there before we forget. I just gave away my personal cell phone number on the Patreon.
Yes.
So I suggest
On the
y'all
pre-show.
join. I don't.
Yeah.
It's on the
the
pre-show,
So you
pre-show.
can just text them.
which you have to be a Patreon member to hear. Yes.
And I got Danny and Scotty. That's my number. I tried to give out Danny's, but he was just too smart for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he started with the area code, and he caught on.
You live in Colorado, and I live in Florida.
Oh,
Yes.
my goodness.
So
23 years later here.
Psycho 2. This was a good movie.
It was
going to come out and say
really
it.
good.
I'm gonna come out and say it.
I liked it a lot.
I don't know what you think, Rob, but
Oh, I didn't watch it.
you didn't watch it.
No, I did. I actually watched it. I don't know. Maybe I watched it again, but I actually watched it like maybe a month or so ago because Jonathan Brindle, our local British
sir.
dude,
Yeah, good old Jonathan.
he loves all the Psychos, and I never knew there were any sequels to Psycho.
I didn't really either, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I had no clue, and this was I like the first one a lot, but the first one is very dated, which is fine.
1960. Yeah.
But
Now, see here.
This movie in '83 it holds up, man. It's a pretty good movie.
It was.
I hate to say it.
And I'm afraid I'm like shocked that it's not talked about more, or more people don't know about it. I mean, it definitely demands your attention. I mean, I think so. It was a great movie.
It's got awesome tone, and if you think about it, the whole thing happens in daylight, and it still has some cool stuff. It's not even doesn't have to use the night to be creepy.
No, not at all. Most of the
and
kills are in daylight.
Yeah, and I kind of like how, at least in my opinion, they didn't try to 23 years later, but they didn't try to like recapture the feel of the first movie. This is kind of it's a sequel, but to me, it's kind of just a standalone film. Whether this was Psycho 2 or it was just a lunatic gets, let out, a murderer gets let out and has psychological issues. Like, it's just a good movie, period.
Well, I did have some issues. I mean, it's a good movie once you get past the fact that they just let a dude go who straight up murdered 7 people.
And I kind of like
never
how they,
happen.
I don't, if I can, I mean, at least the feel for me, they really skimmed over that part.
Yeah.
They're like, he's out, he's working at a diner.
Yeah.
And
he would be serving like
that.
7 life sentences in prison. There would no way he'd get out.
Our judicial system is not that great with like, I've been watching a lot of unsolved mysteries lately, and the unsolved mysteries on Amazon are great because they actually update the unsolved mysteries.
Do they really? No.
Yeah, they do. And I don't know what they did. They must have just gone in and put like a little added like bar at the bottom, kind of. Mm-hmm. But there's so many of them. That's like, this guy has been wanted for murder for 15 years. And it's like and they update it, and it's like in 2001 they caught him. So so it's a real update. But it's like he's since been released.
Oh,
it's like, so what, the dude was wanted for murder for like 10 years. You caught him. You locked him up for life. He served like 8.5 years, and you let his ass out again.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
this isn't exactly like 7 murders.
This is like serial killer being let loose.
But
this is like Ted Bundy's been. This is like, well, we were going to put him in the chair, but he's been doing really good.
Yeah, he's
in the
really
wood
nice.
shop. Yeah, he's made some incredible ashtrays in his pottery class.
So we are going to let him out.
Going to let his ass back out again.
I mean, he was insane. His insanity got him out.
Even if you were insane, they would never let you go for 7 murders.
Well, apparently back in '83 they did, because this film was actually it was set to be in '82. That's when the setting was. But I mean, it was shot in '83. But still, in '82, I don't think they would have let him out for pleading insane.
Of course not. That's the big hole in this movie.
David Berkowitz said he killed all of these people because a dog told him to, and his ass is still in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like how they kind of glanced over it, because I don't think there was any explaining that would have made the audience like buy it anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, he would have had to escape, but then he couldn't live. He wouldn't be back at the hotel. That's the first place they looked for him. It was really a hurdle that they had to get over, and they didn't really get over it, but they just did what they could.
I guess the only thing that kind of made it like not so terrible was that it seems to be he's famous in this little isolated town.
Yeah.
Like whatever he did didn't make national news, so maybe the system was like, nobody will know if we let him out.
Yeah.
But what's crazy to me is like Psycho to me is kind of like Jaws. For the longest time, I didn't know or really care there was any Jaws sequels, and they are all pretty friggin' awful. Mm-hmm. But this movie's pretty awesome. And I was just looking. What's also pretty incredible is it's unheard of, but the movie was made for $5 million, and it cleared $35 million in the box office in the 80s.
It did awesome.
And
I've never heard of it. I don't even remember ever seeing this on the shelves at Blockbuster before.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I never knew there was a sequel.
Yeah, it did better. I mean, granted, it was 1960 when the first one came out, but it did better box office wise than the first one too.
Well, I mean, once again, we're talking 1960. It was like 32 million, and 1983 it was just like 35 million. But the difference in value there is probably
is substantial.
Because like
for sure,
we already talked about how the 40 grand in 1960s is 2 trillion today.
Yeah, something like that. It was some crazy number. Not quite 2 trillion, but it was.
Like 1.4.
Yeah, we have Anthony Perkins. 1.4. Yeah, something like that. Oh, it was though. Something crazy like that.
No, it's just it's a really, really good movie. I like the story.
Me too.
I didn't know that Meg Tilly was Jennifer Tilly's like grotesquely ugly sister.
She's not ugly.
Well, she looks good in this. You look at her now.
Compared to
you look
Jennifer
at her now.
Tilly, this girl
I haven't
had
seen
to
a
have
picture of
been
her now.
adopted.
Yeah,
haven't
and actually Meg Tilly. So Meg Tilly,
She looks sort of like Tilly in this.
yeah, a little bit, a
In
younger.
her today picture, she looks like that racist country chef, Paula Dean.
I
That's
have
who she
not
looks like now.
looked at her today picture. I don't want to ruin it.
You have to look at it. So yeah, so Meg Tilly, who played Mary Samuels in this, is Jennifer Tilly's sister, and she's
Uglier sister.
actually younger than Jennifer Tilly. Jennifer Tilly's 59, and Meg Tilly's 57 now. And I thought since she was in this 83 movie, that she'd be older, but she is younger. Yeah, Jennifer Tilly looks a lot better now.
Well, I haven't watched Cult of Chucky yet, so.
Oh, she's just so.
Even at 60, huh?
Oh my God, no,
Okay,
dude.
that's too old.
Dude, Jared, there is a list so long of things that I would not object to Jennifer Tilly doing to me.
Meg looked pretty good in this one as a young girl.
Would you let her eat your ass out with a spoon?
I mean, if it was like a wooden spoon, I don't want sharp edges.
But you don't want slivers.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's sanded, I assume. I hope it's not like
sanded.
a primitive, like Pioneer spoon or something like
Still,
that.
like
you
a
still get
cheap,
slivers.
cooking spoon you buy or whatever. Like one of those. Like that's pretty big though.
That's yeah. You go to those extents if you really like the girl. You let her do anything, and the spooning. Oh man, not just
I mean,
spooning.
she would have to like comb out the ass hairs. I mean, a lot of stuff gets trapped back there.
Would you let her take Michael Duncan Clark's fist and shove it up your ass?
Hey man, that's uncalled for. R.I.P. for Michael Clark Duncan, guys.
That's true. That's true. Michael Clark Duncan. Did I say Duncan Clark?
I'm not sure. I just always have to say his full name. It's like, I guess because nobody would know Michael Duncan.
That's true. That's true.
No, but I thought Meg looked pretty good. Especially they did like the shower scene in this one too, where they have the peephole, and she did look good. But
She's just not chesty enough.
Yeah, well,
No.
Nothing there.
yeah, well, she was.
And she had short hair. I'm not all about that.
Yeah.
She had that Joan Jett. She had that Joan Jett like 1980s.
I mean, you
Brass in my
let
pocket.
Joan Jett suck it though.
No.
Yeah, you would.
No.
Gosh,
Like Danny's thing with what?
Are you talking about Joan Jetson?
No, about Joan
From the
Jett,
Jetsons?
the rock star.
oh yes,
I don't
put
even-
another
I-
whatever.
I
don't-
retract
don't-
my statement. I retract. I don't know who that is.
No, how do you not know who Joan
I
Jett
mean,
is?
I know
sir?
the name, but I just can't picture her.
Pat Benatar, none of them. It's like how Danny gets queasy about high waisted shorts.
Ugh.
It's just that bobbed out like chopped haircut.
I like how Vera Miles. Actually, every old lady from that era, Vera Miles, every
Whatever.
old lady from that era, just kept trying to look the exact same. Like that's
Yeah.
how my grandma tried to look.
With the short curly hair?
with the perm, the short curly
Yeah.
perm, and the same dress up and like they were in the '60s still.
Yeah, we have Vera Miles back, Vera, whatever, as Lila.
And these people got old. I mean, Anthony Perkins,
Yeah,
he definitely got old. But what do you expect?
23 years later,
What did he do in between all this? I mean,
What did Anthony I was going to say I also really loved Robert Loggia.
yeah,
I love anything that Robert Loggia is, that voice. That's just, oh man, it's like Robert Loggia was chain smoking so much in the 70s and 80s. Like they could only, like every scene that he was in was just there was a lit cigarette hanging by his side.
Yeah,
The whole time they're like, damn it, Robert. Like we just hold it. Just I'm not putting it out. Just okay, fine. Just hold it down and tell Burt Young to quit slapping the women back there, Robert.
Yeah, Robert.
You let him do what he wants.
Robert Loggia.
We've had 4 PAs quit so far.
Yeah, Robert Loggia.
Oh, Anthony Perkins looks like a dirty hippie.
Yeah,
Sort of. Well, he has the short hair, but I don't know. He sort of looks like a in shape old man cycler.
yeah.
Oh man, dude, R.I.P. Anthony Perkins.
Like he dresses in spandex and does long distance cycling.
Yeah, well, not anymore.
Did Anthony Perkins die?
He died in 92.
Oh
92?
shoot!
What
How old
the hell?
was
What?
he?
He was 60. Died in 1992 from AIDS-related pneumonia.
Oh, he was 60? Oh my gosh. That's horrible.
Oh, we can. Yeah,
That's
we
too
can.
bad. I mean, he did a lot between 60 and 83. I mean, there's a whole list here. Not a lot of things I don't recognize.
He's just been cursed as being known for Psycho.
Is
That's
Paris
why-
Burning, Sergeant Warren, Agent 38, 24, 36, Harry Compton. He was in the Les Mis TV show, TV movie as Javert. Let's see.
Javert's supposed to be like bulky.
He's done Remember My Name. He played Neil, Mahogany. So there's been a bunch, but not any that I really recognize. Yeah, R.I.P. Man. He was. I love Anthony Perkins in these Psychos though. He's so good.
Yeah, he was so much like. I don't know if he did it on purpose or if that's how he acts and everything because I haven't seen him in anything else. But he did a really good job of being Norman Bates again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Creepy, nice guy.
His mannerisms and it's probably just how he is in general. But yeah,
Well, supposedly he got it on. He had exclusively same-sex relationships until his late 30s. Whatever. That's fine. But it's the actors. He got it on with Rock Hudson, Christopher Makos, a Russian dancer, Rudolph something or another, and Steven Sondheim.
really.
Wait. He got it on with them.
Yes, that's what it says.
I wonder who compiled this list.
So
It doesn't say, man, Wikipedia, but it says his first heterosexual relationship at 39 was with actress Victoria Principal.
Oh, so was he like bisexual?
I guess.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Victoria Principal is not a bad one to I guess
up
start
on?
off with it at 40 years old.
He almost didn't do this movie. He was he sort of wanted to pass on it. I think he had that fear of him only being known for Psycho, sort of like Tony Todd and Candyman, and that's exactly what happened. And he eventually accepted it after reading the script and everything. But they were
because the script was so good. That's the only reason that he did it.
But if he wasn't accepting, they were going to move on with Christopher Walken possibly playing Norman Bates making it a TV movie instead.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Mom, you're being too loud. No, I don't want to kill. Don't,
Mom.
Oh my God, mother! Blood! Blood!
Well, in
We all have
1956, he was nominated for an Academy Award.
Anthony Perkins.
Yeah, in 56, his second movie he'd ever done by Wikipedia, Friendly Persuasion.
Wow.
He was nominated for the Best Supporting Actor Award.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I'm glad that he did this and read the script.
Mother, it's not you on the phone. There's no way it's you, Mother.
That was pretty good.
That wasn't very good.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
You hit the no way.
There's no way.
There's no way, Mother.
See, he probably wouldn't have had that accent. I mean, how old was Walken in 83? He's probably a pretty young guy still. But I'm glad that Perkins did it because you just got to have the original.
He pulled off the creepy uncle, like the creepy single uncle that nobody like as a kid. It's like, why is Uncle Norman? Why does
Perkins?
Why doesn't Uncle Norman have a girlfriend, Mom? It's like, I don't know. Your uncle, he doesn't have time for like
stories.
a lady, or like whatever. It's like, where has Uncle Norman been for the last 15 years? Oh, yeah, no, just it's okay. Don't worry. No, just don't. Just you just stay away from him.
Yeah,
he'll be okay.
And the same thing with Vera Miles. She was going to pass on it too, but then they got her to do it.
Yeah, Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, and the voice of Norma Bates, Virginia Gregg, are the only actors to reprise their roles from the original 1960. Which you never see. Obviously, you never see Virginia Gregg.
There is a Psycho 2 book that Robert Bloch wrote, but that's
right.
It's a lot different. It's about Norman Bates escaping the institution and going to Hollywood to stop a film being made about his life. And I guess some people in Hollywood didn't like how that book portrayed the film industry, and then made this movie instead.
And then they hired Tom Holland to write the screenplay, and it actually took Tom Holland 6 months to write this, which is half a year. I mean, that's quite some time.
Well, I know how that goes.
And but wow, he wrote. I mean, he wrote it, and all these actors, read it, and like, okay, I'm in. I mean, obviously, it was a wonderful screenplay.
I mean, let's get back to the plot here, because I did say there's the whole of they just let him go free, which that is a major hole, I think. But besides that, at first I was worried. I was worried that we were going to get into the same old. This is just going to be a repeat.
Yeah.
We already know it's him. He's doing the killings. It's going to be a repeat.
But he restored sanity.
But they did hit us with a nice twist when they had her talking, when it ended up being Marion and her mom that was doing all
That
this.
cid not see that.
It caught me too. That she, fixed up the room and then tore it
Lila.
down again, and that that Lila was making these phone calls. And it happened. I was like, good job.
Like
Good job.
like when Mary goes down to the motel and she gets grabbed by Lila. I thought it'd be like the mom who's ever doing these killings. We don't know at that point. I thought she was going to get killed or something, but it was the fucking mom. Like, what? I did not see that coming. So they did a good job there.
They did have to at least lean towards almost reacting the shower scene with Mary. And we just saw some boobers, which were sort of non-existent.
Side boobers.
We saw full front boobers.
Oh yeah.
Just at a glance, and we almost saw.
I mean, in that time, that's when you hire like the body double just to get good boobers.
And there was that.
You see them under her sweater, and they're just like cardboard tits. But then you see the body of in the shower, and they're like double D's.
You see the side, you see the tiny side boob, and then everything, and then the turn close up through the peephole. We're like, we're rocking some D's.
Yeah.
Like, don't bring B's to the party, ladies. Just no.
And of course, there's the infamous hole in the wall that's not in the motel. There's one in the house too. Mm-hmm. Who was?
Which
looking
means he
through
was
there?
spying on his mother.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's his mother's. Well,
I don't know. His mother was spying on him. Probably
his mother was spying on him,
looking at his little peeper.
Yeah.
Oh, that just that brings back the interview we just did with the actor / writer
from Who's Watching Oliver.
Who's Watching Oliver.
You guys
should
become Patreon members to listen to our celebrity interviews. There's a film coming out, major distribution, in a couple months called Who's Watching Oliver, and we interviewed the writer / lead actor
who played Oliver. Yes,
and it was a fucked up movie.
Yeah, it was. It was
pretty good.
It was good. It was very well done, but fucked up.
So if you want to hear the interview, we'll be releasing it if you're a Patreon member at that time.
Yes.
And once you watch the movie, you'll know Who's Watching Oliver.
Yeah, you'll definitely know Who's Watching Oliver.
Jesus, it's disturbing.
I never really put two and two together like that could be what the title refers to. I just figured it meant like who's keeping an eye on him, but yeah, it could be that they're watching him do his thing too.
You guys notice the backdrop when they first drive up to the motel
it was totally fake.
after he gets out of his asylum or whatever.
It was
like,
totally I mean, this was filmed again on the back lot of Universal. The house exterior was reused and moved and reused, and they had to reconstruct the Bates Motel. Then the town of Fairvale is on the back lot of Universal. They used it also in Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2.
And Gremlins, 1984.
Yeah. So, a lot of recognizable things. Probably use the same swamp, I'm guessing.
And you can go there and visit that house. I think we said that on the last episode.
Oh, you know what I do have to do about I have some FUBUs, some FUBARs.
Say FUBUs.
You got some.
I got some FUBUs.
Good old FUBUs.
Were you rocking like FUBU and South Pole back in the day?
No, Scotty was.
No, I wasn't a FUBU South Pole. I was more like a Fat Farm.
I think you had a FUBU shoes.
No, I did not. I never had FUBUs.
I don't know.
I had lugs.
Scotty had lugs.
Oh my God!
I had lugs.
Yep.
Scotty had lugs, and you had a South Pole shirt for sure.
No, I had Fat Farm and like
Fat Farm and
like
Aniche.
Echo,
Aniche.
Yeah.
Echo and Lugs. Holy
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
Scotty was.
You wore Echo.
I had one single Echo shirt that I was way too big for me.
all those brands are just out of
I never
style.
really
no
wore
one
it
ever
ever.
even- they like left. They're gone. No one even hears of them anymore.
Yep.
I was
rocking
repping Jinkos and like.
Oh yeah. Well, I was repping that in like middle school, but then high school, like I guess sophomore through senior, I was repping preppy clothes, kind
Hey,
of,
we weren't rich like y'all.
or gangster clothes, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know.
white boy gangster clothes.
We're buying like,
was Scott,
buying, like
was
XXL
Scott-
t-shirts.
Was Scotty Hood?
No, I wasn't. I was just.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Listen to a lot of rap.
poser. You listen to rap too?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
We
You
all
listen to a lot of it.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to that. I listened to it.
I listened to like
but not a
everything.
lot.
Now it's
Not
like,
Oh
country.
yeah, I mean I did. I was Marshall Mathers LP,
yeah,
Ludacris.
oh yeah, for sure, man. All of it.
Oh yeah, I thought I was hard.
Rob still listens to shitty
Bang bang,
music.
kill a man, let his brains hang. Because when I'm in the court, call me guilty insane.
I listened to Brother Lynch Hung. That was some good stuff.
You're always sending me random shit via text.
I
That's
send
horrible.
Danny random shit just to see his reaction. When I sent you that albatross thing, it was just, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, I don't know I don't even know which one you're talking about. Was that the I'm working 5
Yeah, that was
jobs or something like that?
Yeah, that was my. Oh no, that was a different one though.
I don't even.
I got 6 jobs. I don't get tired.
Oh yeah, I don't get tired.
That's my joint, dog.
Yeah, that's it. What the fuck? Why don't you remember what I was saying?
Let's get back to this.
But I was in, so I was going to say something. I was saying something.
Scotty,
you were
brought
talking
up
about how-
friggin' Bugs and Echo, and we all got distracted again.
Why did I say? Oh, Foo Bar, Foo Boo.
Fubar.
That's
Fubar.
why.
Fubar.
Oh, never mind. That's right. Danny's the one
That's
that's
what-
Danny's the one that
we
brought it
messed
up,
up
yeah.
a couple facts last episode. I just had to make it right. So
Reiterate it. Make
the
it right.
it was not Alfred Hitchcock's mother that would approve his scripts. It was his wife, Alma. For some reason, I thought it was his mother.
But his wife, who was Patricia?
So then Patricia, we thought
Hitchcock.
was his sister,
But it's his daughter.
but it's his daughter.
Yes, that's right.
Who is
That's
in
right.
the film as the secretary.
And Patricia Hitchcock actually gave her blessing to this film because they went to her, the director, assistant director actually, Hilton Green, went to her and asked if she liked the script, and she read it and gave her blessing, saying that her father Alfred would have loved it because he obviously was dead.
Yeah.
R.I.P. too.
And then she was like, "Write me a check
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
for telling you that this will be good, and then I'll publicly endorse it."
Once it clears.
Yeah. Did the check clear?
I talked to John Carpenter. He told me exactly what I have to do.
And yes, so make it happen.
Yes.
He plays. He's like a piano guy now. He plays Moonlight Sonata.
Oh yeah, he was playing good. Yeah.
I used to have
I was
that
gonna
song.
say, don't you know how to play that one?
I used to have it memorized. I used to love that song so much that I just told my mom, because she's a piano player. I was like, I sort of know how to play piano a little bit because I took lessons when I was kids, but now I don't really anymore. I just went up to her one day. I was like, just teach me the song. I don't want to read it off the sheet of paper. I just want to memorize it. And so I used to have it memorized. And it was all because I saw it in Resident Evil, the first one. You have to did you ever play Resident Evil, Rob?
Oh, I love
No,
that.
we
Love that
couldn't
game.
afford.
You never
we
played
couldn't
Resident
afford-
Evil?
We couldn't afford PlayStations and such like that. I had a Dreamcast.
Oh God, fuck Dreamcast.
Yeah, exactly.
In Resident Evil, you had to you had to play the Moonlight Sonata on the piano. Then it opened a secret door, and if you were the guy, you were too dumb to play it, so you had to get Rebecca, the girl, to go play it. But if you were playing as Jill, then you could play it. But you had to find the music. It was weird. It was cool.
Sounds.
I remember watching you play it all the time.
Resident
I
Evil.
played it a little bit.
Resident Evil's awesome. I could probably still just blast through the game and hit every single little pocket in it.
So,
Yeah.
Producer Hilton originally suggested Jamie Lee Curtis, Hilton A. Green, Jamie Lee Curtis to play Mary Loomis due to her being the daughter of Janet Leigh, obviously the girl that played Marion. But they went with Meg Tilly instead, and Meg was never allowed to watch any sort of television as a child, so she had never even seen the original Psycho, and was unaware of the significance.
That's the other movie Perkins did. Cycle. It was about long distance cycling.
Yeah. He looks like a long distance cycler.
That was Hitchcock's other idea.
Cycle.
I just don't. You did really good. You did really good in North by Northwest and Rear Window. I just don't know if we can build all the tension up for a bicycle movie, sir.
Cycle never got made.
I don't know if I could see Jamie Lee Curtis playing. I could probably see her playing.
I don't know.
Playing Mary, but she just would be too well known. I think someone that wasn't as well known, like Meg, was better.
But you were saying that Mary was never allowed to watch TV. I read this too.
Yeah, she didn't understand why the press was giving all the attention to Anthony Perkins.
She had never seen Psycho.
She had never seen Psycho, and obviously it's a comeback role for him. And one day Perkins overheard her say, "Why is Tony getting all the attention?" So Perkins was upset and didn't talk to her during filming and recommended that she be replaced, even though half her scenes had already been shot.
I bet a lot of that's bullshit. And
yeah, that's what some of these facts say.
I wouldn't want to work with somebody who is too stupid to know that they're working on Psycho 2 and not understand that there was a prequel.
How do you get cast on a movie called Anything 2 and not watch the first one a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Or be aware of it or study up on it or know what the fuck it is. That's stupid.
And she was 20-something in this.
She's no Jennifer Tilly. That's for damn sure.
No, she was 20-something in this. And but yeah, some of these facts you read, you just never know. I mean, I couldn't picture Anthony Perkins going, "Oh, screw that, I'm not working with her," by just her saying, "Why does he get all the attention?" There's no way. Oh Lord!
Speaking of screwing that.
Speaking of attention, that got my attention. Goodness sakes!
It's time for the horror
halftime.
We had a lot of participants this week. Great
Boom,
job,
baby.
guys. But it was all people who have participated before. But still.
Well, they should participate. This is a classic movie.
But we're going to, even though you guys have all, everyone that I saw has already won, but we're just going to sort of make some rounds again because you guys are awesome. So I'm going to announce the winner. The horror freak of the week is Stephen Reed.
All right, Stephen.
Oh, that's my boy.
Stephen
Reed. That's our Belfast connection. He's got probably links with the Irish Mafia.
Of course, yeah, like in Sons of Anarchy, right?
What is that?
Shut up. Anyways,
I will admit I feel like white trash when I watch it, and now that I have seen it, I feel a little more white trash. But it was entertaining.
Is that the motorbike?
Yeah, that's
show?
the dirt bike. Where they all suit up and high five.
Just like in Hills of Ice, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Exactly.
I honestly have never seen this.
There's a scene just like that. They all just throw on their leather.
Yeah. Cool, man.
And they go, "They're in our world now."
Oh, my goodness.
Why did I bring up that horrible movie?
Don't do it.
Horrible movie.
That movie sticks with you, man.
Yeah, it does.
I'm a little dusty. I'm just going to take a shower out here in the middle of nowhere.
That's like Exorcist 2, which I know is a terrible movie, but that was like pre me being like completely full time, or I was still traveling in Louisiana and I missed that episode. So like it doesn't stick with me because I haven't watched it in like 10 years. So I can get away with it.
At least it had Linda Blair's lubed up lips in it.
Yeah. Oh my God, those were lubed.
They were. They used a bucket.
That's when lip gloss
kind of making me want to watch that movie now. To be honest with you,
that's when those flavored lip glosses came out, and she used like every flavor just to try it.
Yeah.
Although the description, I believe Scotty's description of how terrible the Crazies was, made me go watch the Crazies. And
what was his?
Did you listen to it?
What was his?
Yeah, well, I was. Did I listen?
That was just me and Danny on that one.
What was his description of it?
It was basically y'all were talking about it, and there's just huge pauses with Scotty, like just at a loss for words.
Yeah,
it's like so and so. This happened in this scene, and then Scotty's just like, yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, God, that was horrible.
He couldn't find a silver lining in that movie at all,
or a playbook.
I wrote down stuff, and I just couldn't. There was too much negativity.
All right, Stephen Reed, horror freak of the week. I know you've won before already, but just acknowledge that you've heard this by shooting us a message, and I'll send you some stickers because I'm going to send stickers now for the time being since you guys have won already. So, yeah.
Psycho 2.
Yeah, shoot us a message in order to win for next week. Submit your memes from Psycho 2 into the group, our Facebook group on Facebook, the Cult Classic Horror group, and use the hashtag Horror Halftime.
Horror Halftime.
And you will be entered to win Horror Freak of the Week.
Yes. Let's jump back in this.
All right, that concludes the Horror Halftime.
I said I wasn't going to say that. Let's jump back into this. We weren't supposed to say
We
that.
used to say that a lot, and we're not supposed to say it anymore. So they got into some practical effects this time around.
Yeah, we did get. We saw some more
20
blood.
years later, you got to do
Saw
it.
some more knives. Saw some silicone heads and hands.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. There was
Me
a
too.
couple gags. The first one was the knife through the throat. He stabs, or whoever stabs.
Well, Lila gets the.
Oh, it's
well,
the Tooney guy.
Toomey gets knifed to the eye.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, he gets cut in the eye, so we see that. We see the slice in his eye. Then we don't see what happens after that, right?
Which is Dennis Franz, who is the NYPD Blue star. That's yeah.
And
anyways,
yeah, I don't watch that either.
Yeah,
actually,
I recognized him. Like, what's he from? I'm like, oh yeah, NYPD Blue.
I'm fairly certain my dad, who was an ex-Alabama state trooper, watched that show constantly. I guess probably late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah, it's like
kind of
90s,
thing.
yeah.
I can just remember him just sitting there with like a Milwaukee's best, and just like chain smoking and
wishing he had those adventures too.
Yeah, get his ass. I've never
it was
the vehicle before.
It's like when overweight firefighters recline in their chairs and watch Backdraft and go, "Yeah, that's us."
Yeah, that could happen.
I think it went on for like 13 years or something. It was 93 through 2005. NYPD Blue.
Holy shit! This is
So
a Law and Order man
was,
myself.
He was Detective Andy Sipowicz. Anyways, let's get back into.
Nice.
So that kill was to the eye, and then he obviously got dumped in the swamp. And the next kill, I think, was
someone got stabbed through the mouth and the back.
That
of
was
the neck.
Lila.
Who was that?
That was Lila. That was Vera Miles. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was.
She
All right,
screamed, and she was going to put on the mom's outfit, disguise, and then the real mom came and stabbed her through the mouth. I did quotes with my fingers. The real mom.
Yeah, you guys didn't see that.
You guys didn't see that. Damn it. But that was one. I think that was my favorite. Who else? I guess we saw the kid that snuck into the basement and with his little girlfriend. They were smoking a doobie, and he was the second one to get killed. He got stabbed in the back with the infamous knife, and all we saw was stabbing there.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, it was really just those couple gags, and then of course the psychologist or the guy falling off with a knife, and then the knife
Loja.
just digging way deeper.
Yeah,
and that was pretty cool.
That was cool. I recognized Loja. Wasn't he he was in Scarface? I think he was in Scarface. That's where I recognize him.
You just looked him up?
I just looked him up, and that's the first thing that popped up. Scarface. That's right. And he's dead too. Gosh, he died in 2015. Rest in peace.
I only know him
85.
because of Will Ferrell being him.
Robert Loggia. Yeah, he was in Scarface.
Loja.
Yeah, Scarface was 83 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was.
Scarface was
Frank
like
Lopez. He played Frank Lopez.
Scarface was like the movie to like if you were cool in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really dug it. Like, I think I watched it 5 or 6 years ago again. I'm like, there's holes in this.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it for so long.
And then it's Al Pacino with. I'm from Tampa, so like, there's tons of Cubans in Tampa, and they don't sound like that. I'm sorry, like the Al Pacino, just the mang. No, see, you told him you had a sanitarium, not a sanitation. Mang, like
Michelle
Mang, damn it.
Pfeiffer. Yeah.
I just remember
Michelle Pfeiffer. Woo,
I just remember
coked
the
up
theme.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, that 80s music. Yep. Oh yeah, that's the Scarface theme song.
The best part is
They made
like,
a rap song out of that.
my neighbor's house in South Florida that we used to go, a friend of the family's house in South Florida we used to go visit. Like, their master bedroom and bathroom was like the Scarface office. It was like red walls with like gold faucets, fake gold faucets, and like black marble countertops. Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
freaking
Scarface,
awesome.
right? For sure.
it was so awesome.
Yeah, I remember that.
Man. Yeah. No. Well.
So the practical effects were great.
Yeah, I love that knife digging in. That was pretty cool.
When he fell off the stairway and she ends up accidentally killing him and dressing up as the mother trying to.
Did you notice though at the end that there were not? She like stabbed his hands and it showed it close up, but then when it zoomed back out, there were no stab wounds in his hands.
Yeah, because it was
For
a
both
fake hand
times.
for sure. They showed everything close up. Then didn't he get slashed in like the stomach? And when you see him at the end in like the police station, his hands are all the
Yeah.
only thing bandaged up, but his stomach's not, and like nothing else. It's like you should be like in the hospital right now. You like got a knife
He got
like
stabbed like 4 or 5 times.
You should not be sitting there.
He just got his hands taped up. That that was back when you didn't need medical care for as many things as you do now.
No, of course not.
You have like a growth on your penis. You just scissor it off.
Yeah, take some scissors to it. You guys,
Are you still there, Rob?
I was getting
okay.
a mental image. I was getting
Yeah.
a mental image of somebody scisoring off a wiener. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No. I was just
I was
checking.
really taking it all in.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
now I'm going back to the beginning, but did you guys like how it opened with the shower scene? Yeah, for the 1960, and then it kind of just the credits started playing.
I mean, well, I guess
Psycho
that was
2.
supposed to just set the tone.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, really.
Or catch it doesn't really catch you up or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think that scene, and I'm glad they didn't like dwell on it because sequels tend to do that. Give these throwbacks to the original that usually just make you want to watch the original.
Yeah.
So I think this is like a part of that. They're kind of like, hey, you're watching Psycho. And again, I like how they, in the beginning too, like I said, they brush over the how, why, when, whoever signed his damn parole papers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think they just did a really good job with getting into it. Now, the kind of parts that are a little strange are when Vera Miles and that Meg Tilly's really her daughter. It's kind of odd. It doesn't work great, but like, in all, it's pretty incredible how good this movie is for, at least for me, not to even have known it existed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just didn't, I don't know. Like, I didn't know there was a Psycho franchise.
Yeah.
I thought it was just Psycho.
It's awesome.
There's a couple nods to the first one. He motioned to the bathroom the same way that he does in the first one when he's showing Mary the spare bedroom. He's like, you can stay here, and he opens the door to the bathroom. He's like, and that's over here. She's like, the bathroom. He's like, the bathroom's over there.
Yeah.
He does that in the first one too.
And when he goes to the motel, because she's going to stay in the motel at first.
And he doesn't get number one.
And he goes to grab number one, but knows that that's the room that Marion Crane was in.
They have a sandwich again, like they did in the first one.
And milk and stuff.
But they both end up not eating it.
And they both don't eat it. Well, I guess Marion eats it in the first one, but
yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of flashbacks to the
what
first
do you
one.
think? Oh, I have a couple questions about. So at the end there,
so we see
obviously they were playing pranks on him to make him seem psycho
because they want to get back at him.
Yeah, but then at the end, was he was turning the prank onto them, right? Or was he actually going crazy again, do you think? When he kept did he just keep acting like he was talking to his real mother to get her to dress up in his mother's clothes so that she could be framed for the murders?
Yeah. Or was he going crazy?
Or was he actually hearing his mother's voice in the phone?
Well, but he couldn't have, because that one time when Dr. Raymond calls and he's talking to him as it's his mother, but then then he hangs up. Dr. Raymond hangs up before Mary could get on to hear that it's actually Dr. Raymond.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, so did he do that on purpose? Like saying, oh, even though it wasn't his mother, or was he just going crazy?
Yeah,
I think he was being tricked, or it was kind of messing with his head for a portion of the movie. But I think like at the end when he figures out that it was a trick, that he just becomes like a killer. I mean, because then like at the very end when the woman who believes to be his real mother shows up, he
Mrs.
just like
Spool.
he just like takes a shovel to her.
I've
It's like,
always
cool.
wanted to do that to an old lady.
Oh yeah. I thought he was gonna just decapitate her with that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Just slam her on the back of the head with a shovel. Yeah.
Yeah, because like she takes him in and offers him the job right away at the cafe where he becomes the cook, and I had no idea that she was his mother.
Well,
then.
no one did. And
No one did. Yeah.
so yeah, I just don't know. That's just that one specific thing. I don't know if he was actually crazy and hearing his mother's voice through the phone, or if he was just acting like it to make Mary dress up as the mother. So that it was the framing
To get
them
back
for
at her.
murders all a big master plan of his, or was it just that he just happened to be going crazy again at that time? I don't know, because if she didn't dress up as his mother and they didn't run in as she was trying to kill him, then they probably would have thought he did all this and blamed it on him.
But what if she never what if she never did dress up as the mother? Maybe he just would have kept driving her to dress up as the mother, and then she
I don't know.
finally
I mean,
framed him.
Well, the cops were on their way because they found the body in the swamp. She would have been dressed normally, and they would have arrested him. And then they would have found the body in the basement. The daughter would have said, "Oh, he did it,"
and he knew all the cops were coming, so maybe he.
So I don't know if it was his master plan. If he was
he knew the cops were coming.
Brindle, where are you at, Brindle?
Yeah, Brindle needs to come in.
What's going on
this.
here?
He knew the cops were coming.
Is this his master plan, or did he just start going crazy again at that time and actually heard his mother on the phone?
I'm going both ways. He knew the cops were coming. Dr. Raymond called. He pretended like he was talking to his mom, even though it was Dr. Raymond. And then it pushed Mary over the edge. She went and got dressed up and found the outfit underneath the rock down there. I don't know.
I mean, though, like even if he was planning on that to happen, that's a long shot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I think
That her reaction would be go dress up as mother.
I think he was going crazy.
I think he was going crazy, but I think after all these coincidences happened, that she dresses up as his mom. I think after he gets away with murder with her, and the cops were like, God, damn woman.
Yeah,
I knew it wasn't you. It's cool, man. I knew it was. I knew it wasn't you, Norman. You're a good guy.
Yeah.
Then I think like the switch flipped. He's like, oh, I can get away with this shit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I
okay,
love the
cool.
ending.
Then who did it? My mother did it. She told me herself.
Yeah, it was a little. You just have to, wonder: did Patrick Bateman do it all the things he did, or did he not? Was it all in his head?
Yeah. And so Mrs. Spool comes in at the very end. So she must have talked to Mrs. Spool. That's what her name is, but she's
His
actually
quote unquote real mom.
She's actually Norma Bates' sister, because
Yeah.
Mrs. Bates took care of him. She comes in, and obviously she told him that she was going to come, but Norma didn't know who it was. She just knew that it was his
She
mother.
gets a shovel to the head
And then she gets a shovel to the head
after being poisoned.
After being poisoned.
So I love the ending because then she just takes the place. He's back to being same old Norman Bates.
And then he carries her upstairs as she's dead, and
we're going to be on to Psycho 3.
And it starts saying, talking as her
I'm
voice and his
interested
voice.
now. I want to see how they don't just repeat what happened in the first one. I'm
Psycho
interested now.
3, the psychoing.
This is going to be crazy.
Psychoing.
It's going to be crazy to see. This movie was awesome.
Psycho 3, The Freaks.
Yeah, Psycho 3. It says the film takes place Psycho 3. The film takes place 1 month after the events of Part Dos.
Okay.
Norman Bates is still running the Bates Motel with the corpse of Emma Spool sitting up in the house.
Quote unquote, his mother, his real mother.
Yeah. A suicidal nun with whom Norman falls in love with comes to the motel along with a drifter and a reporter who is trying to solve the mysterious disappearance of Mrs. Spool. So it sounds different.
Those darn suicidal nuns.
I thought.
Yeah, you just can't help them.
I thought Norman and Mary were going to get it on at some point in this because she kept like cradling.
She's so much younger than
she
him.
kept like cradling his face. And,
Well, that was a scene that I read that Anthony Perkins requested to have added in so that his character could show some kind of emotional connection to Mary.
Oh, okay. But yeah, there's the age difference was crazy.
Yeah.
It would have been frowned upon.
Well, I think that covers Psycho 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch the third one.
Yeah, me neither. If you guys haven't seen Psycho 2, you need to watch it. We just gave the whole thing away.
Yeah, we did actually. We
But
pretty
it's
much
still,
ruined it for you.
I mean, really for this movie, there's a twist. I mean, obviously there's
There
a
is.
twist at the end.
For sure.
But for the most part, I mean, knowing the twist or not knowing the twist, really, it kind of spoils it a little bit. But still, the movie's shot really, really well. The story is really good.
It's great.
The acting is Anthony Perkins does an awesome job.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
they had a couple Sam Raimi Dutch angles in there.
Oh, yeah, he's great in this.
Yeah.
And it's definitely really, really good. I mean, it's definitely up there with some of the best sequels. I mean, by
I think
far,
so, too.
This is really good. It is leaps and bounds better than the remake. Holy God.
I still need to. Did you rewatch that recently?
Yeah, I rewatched it right after we finished the damn podcast.
Did you really?
Last week?
How was it?
Yeah. It wasn't worth $3.99.
I need to watch it again.
I will tell you exactly. It was not worth $3.99.
I need to watch it again.
Vince Vaughn, it just isn't creepy. He's
You're
not
used to
creepy.
him as he can give that creepy look, but you just can't take him serious because you're used to seeing him in comedies. It's hard.
I don't know.
It's rough, man. It's just
We'll
not
see if
very
we
good.
cover that one or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
if we do,
might have to.
It's fresh enough in my mind to where I will not rewatch that damn thing.
Yeah, you'll be good.
well, we know what you watched. Did you watch anything else?
Come back to me. I got to look at my thing. I've watched
You have to
several
look.
things. This
I
week.
haven't. I didn't get on it. I
What
watched.
the hell?
Dude, I've been so fucking. We're starting rehearsals again for some
Yeah,
shit at night.
so busy.
And then I've been waking up early every morning going to the gym, so I haven't been staying up that late. So.
Yeah.
But I did watch. Probably like I had them on in the background, but I was watching them like 3 or 4 episodes of season 1 of Ash vs. Evil Dead on Netflix because I'm trying to support it on Netflix. And
It's on Netflix now?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Season 1 and 2, and season 3 is coming out. I think February 25th.
Season 2's on Netflix as well.
Yeah,
huh?
both of them. And season 3 is coming out on Stars on the 25th of February, I believe. So everyone should get Stars and watch it so that they make a 4th season.
Yes.
They keep making.
I'm going to
it.
have to finish season 2.
So yeah, so I watched a few episodes of that, and did I watch anything else? I don't think so. I watched Rogue One. That has nothing to do with horror.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before.
I watched
Except
Trolls.
for how horrible it is.
I wasn't that bad actually. It was just thousands of times better than episode 1 through 3. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Those were just
Those were
horrible.
pitiful.
Just
I don't
condemn
know
those.
how the actors that did them had anything to do with them. I guess because it was George Lucas and the Star Wars comeback, and they had high hopes, but they were dashed.
It was not good. Not good.
Anyways, yeah, Liam Neeson, Ewan McGregor, you'd think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson.
That's
but
right.
No. Anyways,
Yeah, I got nothing. I slipped mine in there, but you guys didn't hear me, so we'll just leave it at that. What I watched.
What'd you watch?
A kids animation movie. You guys didn't hear me
Damn
say
it.
it?
What are y'all? What
I
is?
can't say it again.
What is up with you in children's
Well,
movies?
Liz wanted to watch it because she saw it. My wife.
What movie?
And it's actually Liz's birthday today. By the way.
happy birthday!
So we'll tell her. I watched Trolls.
oh god, I've never seen Trolls.
It was pretty good. It was short and sweet. But anyways, she wanted to watch it. I'm like, okay, whatever you want. But
of course we all watched. We got early access.
Oh yeah, to Who's Watching Oliver. I watched that. I watched that
that's
like a week ago.
I watched Who's Watching Oliver this week. That's what I watched this week. Who's Watching Oliver?
Yeah, it was fucked up.
It was really fucked up.
You guys should watch it when it comes out
Yes,
and
No,
listen
it
to our
was
interview.
it'll be out in a few months here.
Yep,
It looks awesome, and they got big time distribution.
Yes,
coming around the corner.
What
Check
did
it
I
out.
watch?
Oh, we're supposed to. I already
I've been
did this.
really-
We're supposed to rate it. You and Scotty on IMDb.
oh yeah.
Russell asked me to do that, so I did it
Russell
already.
Jeffrey Banks.
You guys got to do it now
Okay,
too.
I will.
Anyways,
Cool, guys.
what else did you watch, Rob?
I have been absolutely hooked on Unsolved Mysteries.
It's good.
Oh my
Good
god,
shit.
it's the greatest show ever. It is. It's just there's nothing better. There's nothing better than Unsolved Mysteries.
Ooh, I watched one episode.
I watched
of,
that shit back in the day with my mom,
Yeah,
like
my mom
every
was
week,
obsessed
man.
with it.
And I was,
Oh, dude, I
was the
hates
same
it.
way, man.
I left it on, man. I left it on. I was trying to go to sleep. Just had it on and was starting to doze off. Dude, you can't sleep with that music, man. It's just it freaks me the hell out. I had creepy ass fucking dreams. I had a dream I was like trying to catch a giant turtle. It just had all really like disturbing, just terrifying dreams of it.
How does it go again?
Ugh.
How does the music go again for that?
Oh God,
Soundboard.
no way.
Hum it to
Yeah,
hum
well,
it for us.
I'm not look, man. My like personal soundboard is down right now.
Oh,
God,
shit.
Soundboard, not me.
Yeah, I should. I'll find it for next week. Yeah.
Oh man, dude,
we'll be good.
It's friggin' you hear it, it's just like going to absolutely like bad shit's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
Like, here it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. I remember now. Oh yeah. Yep.
Turn that off
Classic.
before we get sued.
Classic.
I don't.
Oh
think, I don't
man,
think-
and then of course there's the whole like Robert Stack is just a genius. There's like the whole tonight on Unsolved Mysteries. A mother of 5 was stabbed 9 times. Her family believes it was a murder. It's like, it probably was. I'm hooked. What happened to her? It's
Yeah, my mom used to
so
love
it's-
it, and my mom hates all things horror.
Did y'all ever watch Rescue 911?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rescue 911 for
I was
sure.
looking for it. I can't find it because that was. I remember growing up as a kid. It was like Unsolved Mysteries, then Rescue 911, or one before the other. And there's Rescue 911 used to terrify the shit out of me. There was like one episode I still remember Thursday where some kid was on an escalator and he got his jacket caught in it somehow, and the escalator like basically ate him. I wasn't getting on an escalator. No.
Oh my God,
No
yeah.
way. Never getting on an escalator. But really hooked on those. Those are great. I think every single episode is available on Amazon Prime for free.
Ooh.
So like get them while they last. I'm like 3 seasons in. There's like 25 episodes per season.
Jeez.
So
Wow.
I'm deep. I'm deep in there now, and I can't give it up anymore. Like I have to just keep
You're in too
going.
deep.
Yeah, be sure to check out when it comes out. Of course, we'll announce when it comes out. The Who's Watching
Oliver.
Oliver.
Yes.
Fantastic movie. And it's getting great reviews everywhere. My wife has finished it. But that Netflix movie or Netflix series that's out called, it's like End of the Fucking World is what it's called.
Huh.
And it's, I'm sure people have, heard of it now, but it's about a kid, a teenager who believes he's a serial killer or a psychopath. And it's like this really dark comedy drama about this kid who thinks he's a psychopath, and he ends up falling in love or meeting a girl in his high school. And so it looks really, really, really good. I plan on
that out, too.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about it yet, but I plan on definitely watching it.
I did watch one episode, the first episode of Black Mirror, just to check it out.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's good.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
On Netflix.
I don't know if we might go. I have way too many movies to watch to start a bunch of series, but maybe I'll keep watching it.
Yeah.
We'll see. So
What is that about?
it's like every episode I think has something to do with technology and how it could really fuck us. So Black Mirror is like, your cell phone
Yeah.
screen.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. The first one is like about someone posting a video on YouTube that they kidnapped the Duchess and they're going to murder her unless the Prime Minister fucks a pig live on TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet, but I've heard a whole bunch of people talking about
It
it.
was pretty good. He ends up.
Does the
fucking
prime
pig.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you
Not
serious?
to give it away.
Yeah. Now that I've given it away.
Okay, I'm adding this to my watch list.
Black Mirror. Yep.
But now I
check it
think
out.
the next episode is like a whole other story with whole different characters. It's all the only theme is that I think technology is involved. So because this was all
well,
on YouTube and being tweeted and stuff like that, and
Prime Minister's doing things to pigs. I'm pretty down with that.
yeah.
Oh, that just led me to my movie I'll be watching next week. I guess Anthony Hopkins is in a new horror movie.
Oh.
Anthony Hopkins in that. Okay, now that we're on it, is Julia Stiles hot?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
well, it's not just
No.
me.
No.
Not just me.
Nope.
Because Julia Stiles is in this, and she's like, kind of like on this weird edge. Like, I don't know.
No. I mean,
I
I'm
don't-
just
I don't-
recalling her.
I don't think she's ugly, but
I'm recalling her
she's-
from Jason Bourne, the newest
Yeah.
Bourne, where she's just like straight cold bitch businesswoman looking.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
the
I'm like,
newest
no.
newest Born.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't
Save
seen
the
that
Last
one yet.
Dance or something.
She
She's
was
in that
all
one.
lovey-dovey in the last Born she was in because wasn't she Bourne's girl? Like, wasn't that
Yeah,
like the thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what a bitch. Okay, cool.
Well-
Never mind. I just want to get that out there. I want to figure it out.
Well, anyways, I think that concludes the episode. So definitely check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/cultclassichorror. We need more people there. Get
Yes.
on there. And if you like what we're doing, so we can keep doing it. You can get access to we're loading up the interviews with celebrities, mainly directors and filmmakers
Actors.
on films where you can actually go watch the film and then you can listen to the podcast of our hour-long interview about how it was made, where they got the money, where they shot it, all the little tricks they used, the experience, stories from on set. It's really cool, especially if you're a filmmaker yourself. Yeah, follow us at Danny Bonin, at Scotty Bonin, at the Rob O'Neill on Twitter, or the Rob CCH podcast, right? The Rob CCH
The Rob _CCH
CCH podcast on
Instagram.
Instagram, at CC Horror on Twitter, at Cold Classic Horror on Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, that wraps her up. Well, thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
We'll catch you next week.
Catch you next week.
Later.
Don't you blame the movies? Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.